urge more states to recognize the state of Palestine. We believe that instability knows no border and that humanity's destiny is intertwined. Therefore, Qatar has continued its diplomatic efforts to contribute to the settlement of other crises, such as in Ukraine and wars in Africa. And our persistence have continued with partners in Africa in order to draft peace agreements. Most importantly was the signing of a declaration of principles in Doha between the DRC and the Congo River Alliance in March. Our efforts support the leadership of the U.S. to achieve a peace agreement in the east of the country, and Qatar will continue to engage as an international partner in order to achieve the peaceful settlement of conflicts and to seize opportunities to establish global peace. Your Excellencies, some states in our region still suffer the lack of security and stability. However, there is hope through some positive developments. In our dear Syria, since the end of last year, is going through a new phase that we hope will be a path towards achieving the aspirations of the Syrian people towards stability, development, and the rule of law after the end of a dark phase of the country's history. Egypt has stood by the Syrian people throughout the previous years. I recalled and urged to support Syria from this podium, even when it seemed to fall off the international agenda. The international community is called upon to assist Syria now in order to succeed through the transition phase after decades of suffering. Our experience in other Arab countries has taught us that building state institutions and establishing relations between a state and others is based on equality, and internal stability on the basis of respect for diversity are paramount issues at this stage. Qatar will not spare an effort to provide the necessary support to our brothers and sisters in Syria, and we have no doubt that the Syrians will be able to overcome this phase and to reject sectarianism in all its forms, and that they will reject external interference, especially the Israeli attempts to divide Syria and the conduct of Israel that is as though all areas south of Damascus are areas of Israeli influence. The Middle East has also witnessed positive developments through the election of President Ahmed Joseph Aoun in Lebanon and the appointment of Mr. Nawaf Salam as a prime minister, which is a step towards stability in the country. Qatar will continue to support the Lebanon government and people and institutions and will continue to support the Lebanese army. We emphasize the need to implement Security Council Resolution 1701 and the withdrawal of Israeli forces from the areas it occupied during the last war, and to end Israeli interference in internal Lebanese affairs. For Sudan, the people in Sudan continue to suffer an unprecedented humanitarian crisis because of continued violence. We call once again on all parties to prioritize the national interest and to engage in a comprehensive dialogue that leads to a permanent peace and that preserves the unity of Sudan and its territorial integrity and independence, and that achieves development and stability. We declare our support for all international efforts that aim to achieve this goal. Distinguished Excellencies, Doha has always been a global capital that hosts major events in all spheres, and an area where leaders convene and decision makers from around the world to engage in negotiations and the formulation of solutions. Doha will host the Second World Summit for Social Development from the 4th to 6th November this year, and we look forward to welcoming you all during this conference. There is no doubt that the trust of the international community in Qatar is based on our successes in the past throughout the years. And accordingly, based on this legacy, we have submitted our application to host the Olympics, believing that sports is not just competition, but a bridge between cultures and a means to promote peace and understanding. And as such, we organized and hosted the FIFA World Cup, proving that we are able of hosting sporting events of this magnitude. In conclusion, the state of Qatar, realizing the seriousness of the challenges facing the international community, commits to our partnership in seeking truth, peace, and justice in international relations. Thank you, and may the peace of God be upon you.